Then on this side of the tent, you can see we have a stove jack. So this is just a piece that velcros in place. There's a hole that is velcroed onto the outside of the tent, and when you want to install the chimney, all you have to do is roll up the tent part, install the stove jack, and there you go. One thing I should mention is that before I came out here, I did have to cut a hole to fit my stovepipe. Come as just a solid sheet of materials, so you can fit it and adjust it to whatever stove you may be using. Thing I should mention here is that the inside of this tent has this kind of reflective material on it, and that I think is supposed to help keep the heat inside the tent, because there isn't really any insulation. It just kind of reflects the heat back inside. And inside the tent here, it is noticeably warmer with the stove running than it is outside. You can see down along the bottom of the tent there is a fairly large air gap, and there's also another one up at the top of the tent, of course, where the vents are. Having that extra ventilation inside the tent is definitely a good thing, especially when you have the wood stove running. Other things that I should point out is that there isn't a ton of room between the inner tent and the wood stove, so there's only a few orientations that you can put that wood stove in and actually keep the wood stove running. I kind of think for the most part that it makes more sense to light the wood stove, before you go to sleep or something, just to warm up the inside of the tent, make sure your sleeping bag is nice and warm. But really the sleeping bag should be warm enough to keep you warm without the wood stove. The wood stove is just there to make things a little bit more comfortable, that's all.